Hi there, my name is Tina Lyle, and I did my final project on altruism. So what is altruism? Altruism is the unselfish interest in helping another person. True altruism means to give to another person with the ultimate goal of benefiting that person. So it's when an individual helps people with the strict interest of wanting to help that person for their benefit, not for your own benefit, as in helping someone so you feel better about yourself, you gain more confidence, or helping someone to better you in a certain area. So why I chose altruism. I had never heard of the actual term before taking this class, so it immediately struck my interest, and I was immediately drawn to the concept and all of the aspects within it. I instantly felt the need and drive to acquire altruism within myself and the life I live as well, because when I first read it, I immediately felt this void that I just don't have that in my life. When I read about egoism and why and how egoism is, and it's when you help someone for your own benefit as well, and I find myself doing that, so I was very interested in this topic because I want it more in my life as well. Does true altruism exist? So there's a debate. Some psychologists feel that individuals can't reach true altruism. They can't help someone solely for that person. I disagree with that, as do a lot of other psychologists. I believe that it can be acquired and learned, where someone does not think about themselves and they strictly help someone for their benefit, not for your own benefit. Dr. Neil Burton stated in his book, Hide and Seek, that the act can still be counted as altruistic if the selfish element is accidental, or if not accidental, then secondary. If neither accidental nor secondary, then underdetermining. So there can be a selfish element to the act of kindness, but if that's not the primary motivator to doing the act, and the primary motivator of the act is to help that individual for their benefit, then I believe, and as is Dr. Neil Burton, that it is altruistic. So aspects of altruism: evolution, psychology, moods and empathy within that, psychology versus biology, so psychological altruism versus biological altruism, social and gender roles with it, the bystander effect, and media affecting it. I'm going to go over all of these points today. So evolution. Many adaptations throughout life are those to benefit oneself and survive, not to selflessly help others. So it's very interesting how this evolved over time, because it's a very kind, selfless act not to help one's survival. But some psychologists feel that it's just simply a necessity and adaptation, and you see it a lot in families, because if you help a family member, but it's not for yourself, it's for that family member, and you don't benefit, but the family as a whole may benefit, so you see more motivation in that area. Some also feel that it's possibly an expression of true human nature. So psychology and altruism. So as far as moods go, research says that happy people are more inclined to help people. Does that mean that sad people are less inclined to help people? No. Research shows that sad people may even be inclined to help people because they feel that it would make them feel better and less sad to help someone. But is that altruistic? I was thinking about it, and in my opinion, if the primary motivator for helping a person, if you're sad, is to make you feel better, that's not altruistic. That would fall under egoism. If you are sad and you're helping someone else to help them primarily, but there's a secondary effect that you felt less sad, I feel that's altruistic. Studies have also shown that individuals who have endured traumatic events may be more inclined to help people. Again, if that's the secondary effect, I feel it's altruistic. If that's the primary effect, just a way for them coping and they need to help other people to make them feel better, I don't find that altruistic. Empathy. Empathy is a feeling of oneness with the emotional state of another person. So this is the key to achieving altruism. It's putting ourselves completely out of our shoes into someone else's shoes and really diving into how they're feeling, why they're feeling that way, and completely not disregarding, but taking away from us and our benefit and getting out of our own shoes. So psychological versus biological altruism. So psychological altruism is acting out of concern for the well-being of others, without regards to your own self-interest. So basically what we've been talking about. Biological altruism is the behavior that helps the survival of a species without benefiting the particular individual who's being altruistic. So this brings us right back to the evolution in the family. So this is someone that the biological aspect is strictly can be referred to even other animals, and something I did miss earlier, other animals besides humans, it's been proven that they exert altruistic behaviors as well. And so kind of like this, the biological point is that they're strictly helping others to benefit survival of that individual, but not benefiting themselves necessarily. So gender in altruism. So it's been shown in research that women are more likely to help when interpersonal relationships or nurturing is involved. A good example of this would be a woman would be more inclined if your neighbor had a baby and they immediately had to leave the house. A woman would be more inclined to go offer their assistance to help that baby because that person needed the help. Men are more likely to help when perceived danger or needed competence is present. So, for example, if someone's on the side of the road with a flat tire, a man would be more inclined to stop and help that person versus a woman. The bystander effect. So the bystander effect is a tendency for an individual who observes an emergency to help less when other people are present than when the observer is alone. So this kind of fits into this topic. So basically, if more people are around, they're less likely to help versus being alone. So media and altruism, it's been shown that good media, pro-social media, and music and TV shows have reflected more altruistic behavior. And this is my favorite quote of all of this. I am optimistic about our ability to better ourselves. We can learn to be decent and caring. We can learn to give ourselves. We can learn to love. How do we do that? The same way we learn how to speak, read, swim, or ride a bicycle. We need someone to teach us, and we need to practice. Thank you.